దూరవిద్యా విధానంలో డాక్టర్ బిఆర్ అంబేద్కర్ ఓపెన్ యూనివర్సిటీ దేశంలోనే మొట్టమొదటి సార్వత్రిక విశ్వవిద్యాలయం. దాదాపు 2.5 దశాబ్దాలుగా దూరవిద్యా విధానం ద్వారా కంప్యూటర్ కోర్సును అనుసంధానం చేస్తూ BA, BCom, BSc డిగ్రీ కోర్సులను అందిస్తోంది. పోస్ట్ గ్రాడ్యుయేషన్ స్థాయి, డిగ్రీ, డిప్లొమా స్థాయి కోర్సులను ఔత్సాహికులైన విద్యార్థులకు అందిస్తోంది. డెవలప్మెంట్ స్టడీస్లో సెంటర్ ఫర్ ఎకనామిక్స్ అండ్ సోషల్ స్టడీస్ ద్వారా MPhil, PhDతో పాటు విశ్వవిద్యాలయమే స్వయంగా దూర విద్యా విధాన అంశంపైన PhD వంటి పరిశోధన కోర్సులు ప్రవేశపెట్టింది. రాష్ట్ర వ్యాప్తంగా సుమారు 4.5 లక్షల మంది విద్యార్థులు ఈ విశ్వవిద్యాలయం నుంచి ఉన్నత విద్యావకాశాలు పొందుతున్నారు. డాక్టర్ బిఆర్ అంబేద్కర్ సార్వత్రిక విశ్వవిద్యాలయం స్థానికంగా స్వయం బోధనా పద్ధతిలో ముద్రణ రూపంలో రూపొందించిన కోర్స్ మెటీరియల్ అందిస్తోంది. కోర్స్ మెటీరియల్ అధ్యయనానికి సహకరించే విధంగా రేడియో, టెలివిజన్ పాఠ్యాంశాల ఆధారంగా కార్యక్రమాలు ప్రసారం చేస్తోంది. అధ్యయన కేంద్రాల ద్వారా ఏర్పాటు చేసే సలహా సంసర్గ తరగతులు, సైన్స్ ప్రాక్టికల్ సౌకర్యాలు విద్యార్థులకు స్వయం అధ్యయనానికి ఒక చక్కటి అవకాశం. ఇవి విద్యార్థి సమీపంలో ఉండే అధ్యయన కేంద్రం నుంచే పొందొచ్చు.
Namaste. Good afternoon. I am Mrs. Jalaja, working as a lecturer in College of Teacher Education, Andhra Mahila Sabha, Hyderabad. Today we have two very experienced resource persons, Dr. S. Ratnakumari Madam.
Hello.
Professor from Department of Human Studies and Family Relations, College of Home Science, Acharya N.G. Ranga, Agricultural University, Hyderabad. Now we have Dr. M. Vani Madam.
Hello, namaste.
She is retired professor, retired principal from College of Teacher Education, Andhra Mahila Sabha, Hyderabad. Today we are here to discuss about the importance of early childhood care and education. The first half an hour session is to discuss about various components related to early childhood education. The next half an hour is allotted for answering different questions from the viewers. And if you are interested in asking a question, please do call us on these particular numbers: 040 270 31431, 040 270 31432, 040 2703 1433. Yes, the moment we say a child, who is a child? What are our impressions about a child? The second, we all are reminded when we see a child is smiling graciously with innocence, and his eyes are always shiningly looking at curiously, wanting to know about his immediate environment, and a body which shivers when someone is raising their voice. He is a child, and a child when comes into this world comes with a like a clean slate. He comes into this world, and whatever impressions are laid during these early years, they are embossed on his brain. Now, madam, what is early childhood education and why these years are called as very crucial and critical?
Early childhood education is the education given during early years.
Okay.
Generally, early childhood we mean the years between 2 to 6 years, and some scientists may call up to 5 years, but the first 6 years from birth to 6 years are very important for learning, for acquisition of knowledge and skills. Whatever little informal training or education we give, we can name it as early childhood education. And these years are very, very important, as you mentioned, like they are crucial. There are so many terms we use or we assign to this period. For example, important period, crucial years, critical period, impressionable period, moldable age, significant years, important stage, and all this. All these names mainly because the years are so impressionable, so much ability the child is born with to learn. See, human development, it hinges on the interplay between nature and nurture. Nature is nothing but heredity and nurture is environment. And if human development, say for example, has so many stages, but the first 5 or 6 years are very, very crucial. Crucial in the sense, for the reason these years are prime years, like television we have prime time show. Similar way, on the lifespan we have prime years, because the early interaction, it determines the brain development. The brain cells are there at the time of birth, more than 10 million neurons are there, and all are ready to receive the information. And at this age, why it is a learning stage or why it is important is, the child when he reaches 3 years, his brain is 2.5 times active than adult's brain. That means, the child is capable of learning 2.5 times more than an adult, and this is the time the child can learn as much as, he absorbs whatever is given to him, whatever opportunities are given to him. And early years, early interactions, it has definite and clear impact on the brain wiring. The brain is wired based on the early interactions, and I think this activity level also continues for 10 years. The first decade of life, the child is being highly active, and his ability to receive information is very much that the child can just take whatever is given to him. He can receive, he can learn, he can acquire knowledge, he can develop lot of skills. You can give number of examples for that. Maybe language acquisition, it is not a simple thing. The child acquires language, the child acquires to, learns to read, write, and develop social skills, social interactions, and so many things, so on and so forth, so many things, being creative and develop a lot of creative interests, and even motor activities. I think the entire holistic development is based on that. And the early the brain development has a definite and decisive impact on adult brain, because if the child is given opportunities and experiences to learn, that will have an impact on later life. Later life, it can be the school age, it can be adolescence or adulthood. And even the adulthood functioning, ability to learn, ability to control emotions, ability to perform, ability to react to the things, all this depends on the early wiring of the brain, and this wiring is definitely 100% it is dependent on the early interactions.
So, it is very nice to really learn that this information, that the brain development is so very active, and within 2.5 years, I mean 2.5 times they can learn more than an adult.
Yes.
It's really wonderful to know, madam. So, madam, in this early childhood care and education, the component care, and when can this education be introduced during these early years, and the component care is included during which period? Can you please highlight about the needs of early childhood care and education, madam?
Yeah, yes, Jalaja. Actually, just now Madam has established the importance of early years, and also we understand that these early years are very crucial in human development, because now in India almost there are nearly 17 crore children below the age of 6 years. So, their development and the attention that we pay and the investment that we put for them will definitely play a great role in the national development in the long run. Coming to your question, this is early childhood care and education, because the component care includes health and nutrition needs of the child. National Policy of Education of 1986 has given lots of importance to early childhood education, and more so on the care element also, because health and nutrition needs are very important to be addressed to. You know, a healthy child, a well nourished child can become a healthy adult and a healthy citizen of the country. So, healthy development of every child across the world, that should be our target. And coming to the need of early childhood care and education, we know it's very important. Just now, the early years are very impressionable, plastic, flexible, very, very active, and the child is endowed with lots of potentialities and all that. It is like a question of use or lose. Like if we can't attend to these needs, and if we can't really create that sort of an environment for the child, probably that may result in the loss of national wealth, because we say children are our wealth, children are the asset of the nation and all that. So, basically the need is, you see, lack of awareness. There are lots of studies done about early childhood education, the cognitive development, how intellectual development takes place, and especially the recent studies on brain development and all. They all focus on the need of, catering to the development of the children. So, basically the parents or the teachers are really not having a proper understanding of the importance of these early years. So, it is very important that we should create this sort of an awareness of the importance of early years. And next thing is, these mothers these days are very, very busy. Earlier in our olden days, we used to have joint families where our grandfathers and grandmothers, grandparents used to provide lots of education. Of course, these days we have lots of qualifications, big degrees, but sometimes we have to really question ourselves as to how much education we have. You know, the great mothers, the mothers of Shivaji or Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi or Vivekananda, when we talk about, their mothers have imparted lots of education, their grandparents have imparted very good value system and positive attitudes and good habits and all that, which today's mothers are really not able to provide. So, it is a socio-economic need these days, whether it is urban mother, educated mother, or the mothers of the rural area. See, mothers are going for work, even rural parents also go to work. So, they need to leave their children in a safe and secure environment. So, they feel comfortable, and they can also be more productive if the children are kept safe and secure. So, it has now become a real socio-economical need So, we need this nursery schools and pre-primary schools very much, because it is definitely a service program for the mothers. And now next thing is urbanization. These days we are almost living in concrete jungles, in narrow apartments and all that, where we really do not know each other. Next door neighbor also we do not know, and children are almost confined to a single room, or in front of, they are, tucked towards a television or something like that. So, what happens? It is very important for them to have opportunities to explore the environment, and it is also very important for them to interact with a number of people, variety of materials, variety of gadgets and all that. So, it is very important to have early childhood education. And another thing is, say it is the psychological needs of the children. Everyone wants to be, the child especially wants to be hugged. You know, you can just look at the child, the blossom on the face of the child and the sparkling eyes of the child, if you just hug or give a pat on the back of the child. So, why don't we try to do that? Then see, that sort of a care and love and affection and the warmth with which you receive, and then the satisfaction needs. These are the important needs, they have to be met. So, whether it, and because it is a foundation stage, and because parents and early childhood caretakers need this sort of an awareness of the importance of early years, and because it is a socio-economic need, and because of the urbanization scenario, all these lay lots of importance on the early childhood care and education. Again, care is also very important, because healthy children are very important. We have to really protect them from malnutrition, protect them from, the survival of the child, reducing the mortality rate, morbidity, these are all very important. So, it is a must to have early childhood education.
It is really wonderful, madam. It is true. I totally agree that ECE programs are very much needed in a country like ours, especially I feel that. And yes, madam, the component care which is included in ECCE, if care is taken during these critical years, how do we think, how can we say that it is going to have an impact on later development of an individual? Can you just elaborate, madam?
Yes. Vani madam has already given a brief outline of what is meant by care. Care can be of two types, physical care and psychological care. I think every mother is aware of, every individual is aware of what we mean by physical care. It includes nutrition, health, and under health we can also have immunization and identification of early disabilities and prevention of disabilities, as well as taking care of the gender importance, or giving importance to the girl child. And along with these things, we also have psychological care. First, touching upon nutrition status of a child, not only after birth, even before birth, prenatal status of the fetus before the child is born, and what is the birth weight of the infant, that is also important for later development. And a healthy child is a happy child, there is no doubt about it. And similarly, we give lot of importance to health, and health protection is very much needed through immunization, through safe drinking water, and providing secure environment so that we can avoid accidents. And through immunization we can also avoid physical disabilities, as well as through hospitalized deliveries we can avoid lot of other abnormalities that may happen in children. Under psychological care, we mean that is also very important component of care. Generally, people think psychological care is being neglected for many reasons. Even mothers feel once they feed the baby, that's, I mean, the job is done. But the child requires more than food, he requires lot of love, warmth, care, that secure feeling, and some time for the child to talk to. And I think without psychological care, it is the child cannot grow completely, and it has lots and lots of importance. Like how immunization protects a child from illness or diseases, similarly love, warmth, affection protects a child from lot of emotional disturbances. There are number of studies to quote for that. Just I give one example of father involvement in bringing up a child. Generally, we find fathers think that they have less role to play in bringing up a child, but father can play more or a better role than a mother. Mother takes care of physical needs and father can take care of psychological needs a lot. He can play with the child, he can be, I mean, there is one technical term we use, emotional availability. Being available to the child when he requires, and understanding his cues, emotional cues. And there are even when father is involved in bringing up a child, like playing with the child, reading to the child, or feeding the child, or spending time with the child, when they reach school age, they perform better. There are studies to prove that academically they perform better, they are successful in their careers, they have no disciplinary problems, they have socially better adjusted, better accepted, and they have less emotional difficulties, and they are more balanced, and they have a ready-made figure to imitate. And I think that attachment with father is very important. And as I mentioned, I reiterate again, that gives a lot of protection. Oh, I have somebody I can talk to, I can share with him, I can share with my parents. That will be established from childhood, from day one onwards. From day one the child is born, or if, I mean, if I am not wrong, even before birth, the parents can eagerly wait for a child, interact with the child, and talk to the child through stimulation, and give a lot of importance, and that is being communicated to the baby, that he is being cared by, he has lot of protective environment. I think that is very much needed. And nutrition also, maybe we have to think of what is right food to eat, what should be given, and just one warning, overfeeding also is not good. The nowadays childhood obesity is a big problem.
That's exactly true, madam. So, we understand the psychological need. I think, madams, I feel that not only during this crucial period, this psychological need of love, affection, care is needed for the child. These are needed for any individual from the time they are born till we leave this world. Do you agree, madams?
Yes.
Yeah, they are universal.
They are very much universal.
Yeah.
And we understand that you are very and strongly you are reiterating that these are very important during the very early years of life. That is what. Madam Vanigaru, that in the field of education, where starting from KG to PG, any education curriculum is framed, it based on certain objectives. So, do you think, madam, there are any objectives for framing this ECE curriculum, and the way, the method the ECE has to be, I mean, the children have to be taught or trained? What are some of the objectives of ECE?
Yeah, definitely, Jalaja. There are objectives for the early childhood education program. To put it in a nutshell, there are three main objectives. that is holistic development of the child. That is the overall development of the child.
Acha.
That is taking care of the cognitive development, moral development, socio-emotional development, intellectual development, physical development and all that. So it is very important that as we have discussed earlier, the teacher should have lot of awareness about the importance of the areas of development and as to how to really cause development in different areas in the early child. And the next thing is, like it is a very important support service for the working women. But just now Dr. Ratnakumari madam has said that it is not only the mothers but fathers also have to take care of the children. So fathers, be prepared to take more responsibility on your child because I think your children will get more developed and their personality will improve a lot when you take care of them. So this support program, it is a support program, maybe we will now call support program for parents like, and then it is a support program, a service program rather. Now teachers have to really play the role of the parents because parents are very busy. Now the teacher has to be the parent, father or mother, she has to really extend all those feelings of warmth, security, love and affection. And the other thing is, it's a basis for primary education. This early childhood education really causes a smooth transition to the primary stage. And we have, the need is, we know that there is universalization of elementary education. Since many years we have been trying to universalize and achieve 100% literacy and enrollment and all that. But somehow we are on our way to really realize our goals and all that. Mostly enrollment of girls at primary schools is becoming low because girls are given the responsibility of sibling care. They have to take care of the younger ones and hence children are dropping out. So this sort of primary education or early education can really help in reducing the dropout rate, and also it relieves girls of the sibling care. And another thing is the primary education transformation or transition to the primary education, because they in the early childhood level they learn to interact with people, adjust with people, and then they acquire the needed social skills and all that, so they can adjust very well, and that is how it should be a preparation for primary education. Now to elaborate on the objectives, when I said holistic development, first thing is we have to take care of the personal health, hygiene and good habits. So the early school or the pre-primary school has to develop or inculcate good habits among the children, like washing their hands, because the recent surveys are telling half of the diseases can be prevented by inculcating this habit of washing their hands cleanly, before they take their meals and immediately after going to home and all that. So and drinking clean water. So boiled water, we need not have expensive water filters and all that. Clean boiling water or safe drinking water. So this habit of drinking clean water, washing hands, and then independent toilet training and self-eating habits, self-dressing, these are all very important in the area of personal hygiene, good habits and all that, greeting teachers and all that. And now the other need after personal care, hygiene, they need to develop emotionally, control their feelings, and they're not trying to always getting somebody's attention and all that. They should know how to interact with each other, how to share the things, and wait for the social needs like social skills like waiting for their turn, healthy competition, healthy cooperation, and all such things have to be inculcated. And all these things which cause an overall development or which really result in the holistic development of the child are the objectives of the early childhood education.
Since madam you have used this one word, holistic development, what are the different areas that are included under this holistic development? And one more question I have, madam, that you have said that pre-primary education is acts like a ladder to primary education.
Okay.
Can you just give few academic examples like how formal learning it is going to help in the formal learning? So first I would like you to just tell us about the holistic development areas.
Okay. Holistic development means basically first physical development, like acquiring proper motor skills and fine motor skills, gross motor skills, eye-hand coordination, muscular coordination, and all that. So one area is physical development. Then we have the cognitive development or the intellectual development. We have this social and emotional development, that is the other area. And aesthetic development, like appreciation of nature.
Okay.
You see, the children will be too expressive, the minute they say a new thing or a wonderful thing, when you take them out, any beautiful thing they see, they immediately react and enjoy that. Because see that rhyme, twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. See that wonderment, that eyes filled with the curiosity. So this sort, and beautiful flowers or trees or plants or variety of animals, when they see, their hearts are filled with fun and pleasure. So this sort of an aesthetic appreciation we can inculcate in children by really exposing them to a variety of objects, animals, plants, flowers, and all that. So the other area is the aesthetic development. And the creative development. I was just, remembering in a classroom in one school, there is a habit, like the children should just tell as soon as they come to school what happened in the morning, 1 or 2 items. One child said, oh, today my mommy said she would make idli. She did not make because she got a plate and she gave only cornflakes. Okay, she is so practical. And the other child, I saw a golden cat on my way. So I wanted to have it. I went home and asked my father to bring it for me. Oh my God, this child is so creative. And he is thinking, differently.
Yes.
We really do not know whether he has come across a golden cat or not.
True.
So that is how, these sort of experiences really provide us with an opportunity to, really look into the various areas in which the child is developing and how he is reflecting and reacting to different stimuli in the environment. So stimulating environment.
Yes. Thinking in different directions can always be known.
So that is how, this is the creative or imaginary or imaginative or creative development. This is the other developmental area which really can, teachers can train and develop creativity among children. Lots of imagination and all that. So these are the very important areas that come under the holistic development. Now your next question, like how it is a ladder to primary education. How it's a ladder? Because earlier I said it ensures a smooth transition from early childhood to primary schools, because by that time they acquire lots of social skills and self-help, skills and other social habits and all that. And they also should be trained in readiness programs, because it definitely is a ladder to primary school. So that readiness related to writing, reading and numerical ability, that has also to be taken care of, and that is how this will be a ladder to the primary school. But sometimes out of our own curiosity, we see, I just want to tell you that these ECE centers should not be like training centers for primary schools. They are a ladder for the primary school, but they are not training centers or coaching centers for primary school.
You mean to say, madam, that formal learning should not be done during these years?
Do not, be so too curious to, include the writing and reading.
All the 3 hours.
All the 3 hours
formal learning
at this stage.
That's exactly true. So you mean to say, madam, that in formal education we have reading, writing and arithmetic. Because they do not know the numbers, for example, let us say, they do not know, number, the number itself is an abstract thing, word for him at that level, even at first class. So you mean to say that readiness program means pre-primary stages, so pre-number concepts need to be included. Something to know, make them little more aware. Of colors, shapes and all this.
Very right. Yes, Jalaja, that's what I mean.
So, I think definitely it is like a ladder then, you understand that.
But step by step,
yes,
we should climb one step after the other and climb to the top of the ladder, not to try to jump from.
Yes, not taking the first step and jumping to the 10th step is going to make the child there, we do not know.
Right.
So it is
step by step.
So as per our research studies and all that, our experienced resource people, persons are telling us that formal learning should never be done in pre-primary stages.
Right.
Only the foundation need to be laid.
I just observed Jalaja in the yesterday.
Yes.
In my neighbor's child, she is I think 3+ or 4+.
Okay.
And she was asked to write copywriting. And she was experiencing a lot of difficulty, and she got anger and tore that paper. Simply because she is not prepared for that sort of a copywriting at that age. So we are pressurizing the child, and the child is forced to do something which she is not capable at that particular age.
Not ready.
And patiently, if you wait for 1 more year, she does that activity very happily. And why can't we wait when there is a lot of life before the children?
On the fast track we are running, madam. Maybe everything we want, fast
capsule
foods we want in the capsule form, we want everything. But nature says no, madam. That nature says the development happens in stages.
We have to really
have
its
anything
own
to support,
sequence.
madam.
Development occurs in its own sequence.
Yes, we need to wait for it.
Yes. And many parents approach us and they say, madam, my child is able to talk and able to sing rhymes, and she can write, she is learning ABCD, we want to join her in a school at 2 years itself. So as you said, where is the hurry? Or as madam mentioned, there is no hurry. Hardly they get any time to play with. Even through play they learn a lot, isn't it?
Yes,
play is
you
the
are
best
absolutely
medium,
right, madam.
best medium to learn many things.
And sometimes also we see on TVs that a very tender child is able to tell all the capitals, cities names, states names and everything.
They call him a gifted child, and the parents are really very eager to put his name in the, Limca's record book or what. and then you
Yes,
know
yes.
they make the child mug up and make him memorize lots of things and dump everything in the children's mind, I think, which is not really advisable.
Yes, that's true. Madam, we have, we read more about this ICDS programs, they say. Actually, what is this ICDS, madam, and what are the functions of this Anganwadis and Balwadis?
See, ICDS is Integrated Child Development Services Scheme.
Acha.
This is a government program which has been established in the year 1975 itself. I think now every person is aware of who is an Anganwadi worker and what is Anganwadi buddy.
Yeah.
And think each and every corner of the mandal or village we have Anganwadi centers, and Anganwadis and Balwadis are like early childhood centers, but maybe low budget centers. And the difference between Balwadi and Anganwadi is Balwadi is a sponsored center. Many NGOs, non-government organizations and people with service orientation, they have established lot of Balwadis. Balwadi, Bal is a Hindi term, Balwadi. I think it was established in Maharashtra first, so we have that term, Balwadi.
Okay.
Whereas Anganwadi is more or less very comprehensive program. ICDS is a comprehensive program, and Anganwadi is a center. Through this, all the services have been delivered to the people. It has maybe it is very apt for today's topic, ECCE, early childhood care and education. Through Anganwadi, we can offer care as well as education, and it is such a comprehensive one and a most popular one, and it gives. It has 6 objectives. It provides food for pregnant and lactating women, education, health component, non-formal education or preschool component, everything is included, and that is the total term for ECCE. And here I think Anganwadi, through Anganwadi there are many children who are receiving the benefit. And a lot of training has been given, lot of potential is there with Anganwadi worker. I think she is a database of a village, and as well as about the center, how many children attend, what is their age, what is their address, what is their health status, nutritional status, and the size of the family, the income of the family, every bit of information about the child the Anganwadi teacher has. And because she has lot of other activities, the education component, rather than what we call non-formal preschool education, through Women and Child Welfare Department, there is a lot of material that has been provided to her, the play material, and which she has been using it, and the children are receiving benefit. I think these children, as madam said, it is like a ladder, but the enrollment is better in primary school, school dropout is less, everything. There are a lot of advantages when children attend Anganwadis.
Achha. Hello, madam, someone is online. Okay, hello.
Hello, good afternoon, ma'am.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Madam, I am very happy that today, luckily I am watching this program.
Yes.
This topic about early childhood education. I was pursuing this course, MA Childhood Education, in Alagappa University. I discontinued, but after listening all this conversation between Jagaja madam, Ratnakumari madam and Vani madam, I am very happy. Should I continue the same program, and till after completion of this course, I may have some opportunities as a early childhood educator?
Yes. Would you like to answer, madam?
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you for watching this program. And I am very happy that you are interested in this area of early childhood education. Please do continue your post graduation. And sir, I said there are 17 crore children today below the age of 6 years. There is a lot of market and lot of potentiality, and there are so many things that you as a child educator can do. Probably you can really start a ECE program on your own and really educate the children and cause this sort of a holistic development, sir. Please do continue.
So he can become an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Right, very good. So someone else is online, madam?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to know who are there on the panel. I can identify this.
Hello? Hello? It's not clear, ma?
Could you repeat?
Can you please repeat the question? Hello?
Good afternoon. Hello, I would like to ask you a simple question.
Yes.
Hello, I would like to ask you a simple question. Why the government is not able to penetrate to monitor the private preschools, please?
Your question is, I am repeating, government is not able to monitor the private preschools. Am I right?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I would like to.
You'd like to give the answer, ma'am? Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Madam, your understanding of the present situation is very good, and your concern also we feel happy as ECE specialists, because as you read in papers or as you hear, there is no control over the private preschools or so called what we call the licensing required for establishing a preschool. Generally, if there are some regulations laid down, then that will be possible. That is why the government, the central government has already prepared a draft policy for ECE, and that will be implemented very soon, and where the requirements to establish a school are mentioned about the curriculum as well as the infrastructure and the teacher training and all the components required, including transport and the drainage facilities and fire work, fire safety and all that. So, very soon we are also waiting, madam. I think government will take up, the education department will soon take up this and take care of the, implement the policy.
So, one more milestone we have reached.
Right.
Okay. Someone else is online? Yes? You can ask the question, ma.
Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am. It's very good program. You are telecasting lively. Actually, I'm as you said recently that I'm a little entrepreneur actually. We are running a eco-friendly, child-centered school at Benlaguda. As per your interaction, your information, this childhood education is very much important and it's a foundation for the life of the child. In this process, as you said, cognitive development, social development, emotional development, all these things, it's very important. But many of the parents and their in-laws, their grandparents and others is not really paying attention to childhood actually. So in this case, what is the role of the state? I feel that yes, there should be a counseling should be taken place right from the conception, and also even prenatal and postnatal, there should be a counseling both at hospital and also at the Anganwadi or whatever. So if this takes place, then there would be a lot of improvement in child's development, holistic development. And I feel, as per my experience, I have 13 years of experience in social issues. Actually, many of the schools, preschools, so-called preschools in the country, they are focusing on education.
But the thing is that education should become a drop in the ocean, but rest of the thing, the culture should dominate. So I request these two doctors and you also would like to emphasize the government to focus on early childhood education. When education is part of the ocean, so that the parents and also grandparents can focus on this. Thank you. I would like to hear how the state can take forward this. If this child education is not become a foundation, then the state of the country's rule can maybe decline.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Really, we appreciate your concern for the area of early childhood education, and congratulations to you because you are running a wonderful program. Of course, we expect always somebody to do something. Definitely, the state should do. We do agree, because when we really think about the other stages of education, there are some norms, definite qualifications and definite rules for recognition and all that. But we right now do not seem to be having such regulations in the area of early childhood education. But you said that the state should do about the prenatal, natal, and then the post education, care and all that, and especially the culture, the parents and the elders in the family, they have a lot of role to play. Sir, when you are really doing this wonderful job of introducing this Ece program, why don't you start some parental education also? You can also provide some sort of a very important training to the mothers in your area and all the grandparents in your area as to how really they can handle those children. If possible, please try to call a few mothers and parents and elders in their families, sir. Probably you will be really incorporating and giving them that wealth of the culture and good habits among the parents of all your school, and that will be nicely transmitted to the entire society, we will hope so. And then it comes to the notice of the state also. Madam, do you have something to add to this?
I think he has a very genuine point that people should learn to accept and accept the child, not to abandon the child, and spend time with the child, especially what we call quality time, the parents and grandparents. But some schools do have as a grandparent week or one day allotted for a visit of grandparents and interaction with grandparents. Like Western countries, we can definitely have infant programs, sir. Some of the schools do have, but very few schools have these programs for infants, and the counseling we can definitely give to the parents before the child arrives and even after the child arrives. It's your job, my job, not your, not my job, it's your job. It's not like that. Parenting is an art, and I think both the partners have equal responsibility and enjoy bringing up a child. So we do take your point, sir, and definitely we incorporate, and we will also suggest to the government to have some early programs, because we from elementary education we have come to pre-primary education. Now we have to go to infant and toddler education. We will surely do it, sir.
So I think almost awareness need to be created among the people. I think students can join in courses like postgraduate diploma in early childhood education, certificate courses from Ambedkar University, which is offering these courses.
Hello?
Then yes, someone else is online. Yes, ma. Hello.
Hello, I'm sorry to interrupt the program, but you have already answered one of my questions regarding government having a regulation on schools run by private people organizations, and I have been following your program, and I would like to thank the gentleman who has really passed on my query to you people. the ladies on the panel have given wonderful information with regard to parenting and how the mothers would be, or young mothers should be counseled. But in general, I feel that nowadays with advent of internet, many young mothers will have a kind of opportunity to have a self-probing this thing on internet, and they come back to people like us who run preschools or counseling centers or anything, and they have a counter questions. This is affecting the society a lot, especially the internet is taking away the fun of parenting. What Mrs. Ranigaru has said, Dr. Ranigaru has said just now, parents are losing the fun of bringing up the child with the advent of internet and nuclear families. I just want you to send a small message through this program saying that how best we can live and bring up a child in a very purified environment rather than the artificial whatever you can call. I'm able to connect with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Uma. And you have anything to say, madam?
Okay, yeah, I remember that the best gift that any parent can give to a child is the quality time. And some simple things which our elders used to do, that if we do, definitely we will be taking care of the children. Like, I mean, taking the help of the children, always be with the children. Even if you are a working mother, when you are at home, in whatever you are doing, keep the child beside yourself so that she imitates you, understands what you are doing and all that. And especially the eating time, the lunch time or the dinner time. These days, the dinner time especially at the dining table is very, very important. I really, through this medium, I request all the parents and all the families to have time to eat together and nicely discuss about the various things, not about their education, what they learned and all that. Nicely talk to each other in a friendly manner, in a pleasant manner. And do not eat as you watch TV programs.
That's what I was about to say, madam. Usually eating while watching the TV should be
and that is one of the very important causes of obesity.
Thank you very much.